The second night within the Blackwood Manor seemed to last an eternity. Michael Arthate tried his very best to keep an eye out for anything strange or threatening, but could in the end no longer fight his tiredness. A long dreamless sleep followed. Eventually, he was awakened by the subtle rays of light piercing through the windows of his room, signalizing that his third and possibly final day within the mansion had begun. However, Michael's mind was anything but well rested. An odd feeling of expectation was lingering within him. Still shaken about the occurrences of the last night, he slowly managed to pull himself together. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. How does this fit into everything I've discovered? It doesn't. It is like the piece of an entirely different puzzle trying to force itself into my one. Seriously, it doesn't fit into the equation whatsoever. It ruins everything. Who was that shadow I saw down in the basement last night? It wasn't an imaginary act of trickery. No. It was definitely real. The scratches, the shadow, the weird breathing. It was all there. But who could it be? Is the person still below me? I don't know what's going on anymore. Never would I have thought that something like this would happen. Could it be James? Could it be Christopher Milton? It wouldn't make any sense. Why would they be down there? They disappeared eventually, yes, but why would they be in a hidden room within the basement? Scratching during the night. It doesn't add up. Good God, how long have I been trying to make sense of this situation? I've been standing here for at least an hour already, ever since I woke up. And I cannot figure it out. It's a dead end. I've reached a dead end. This situation, I don't know how to make sense of it. Jesus Christ. Never would I have thought that something like this could happen. I am not freaking alone inside this manor. The worst kind of scenario occurred. I am not alone. It was not my imagination. I am not the only soul within this old building. Who could it be, and why? Am I being watched? No, that couldn't possibly be, could it? Listen to yourself. Do you want to stay inside this guest room for all eternity? I didn't dare to go downstairs again yet, but as long as I stay away from the basement, it should be alright. I mean, there was a brick wall separating me from whatever I spotted in the darkness. And besides, I need to give Jerry a call. It doesn't matter what he will respond with this time. Yes, I was chasing ghosts. Yes, I was obsessed with this case, but now I am seriously getting worried. To the point that I think my life could be in danger. I at least want somebody to know that stuff is going on. Bad stuff. Very bad stuff. Well, at least it is daytime now, or early in the morning, makes me feel a little safer about walking through the corridors of Blackwood Manor. So, I definitely need to give Jerry a call, but first, there is something else I need to bring my attention to. Something I need to see with my very own eyes to confirm that it was really just a nightmare last night. There's lots of sunlight in here. I should be able to pull this off without suffering from a freakout. You can probably already tell what I'm about to do. Indeed. The mask. Okay. It's nowhere to be seen. It's not in this room. It's not in here. It was just a nightmare. The silhouette I saw was real. But the mask was just a dream. It didn't happen. So now, be a little brave, Michael. Be a little brave. Jesus Christ. I can't believe it was right here. But it was just a nightmare. I don't know how the strange shadow I saw last night is connected to the mask, but the mask itself didn't move. It is where it used to be. Right here. You see? You see? It is right there. Right where I first discovered it. This mask didn't move. It is not alive. It was just a nightmare. Nothing more. Thank God. I studied the mask, and it silently stared back at me. You know, it may sound silly, but I am almost at a point where I believe that this darn lifeless object is in some way mocking me. I should just shove that thought aside. Instead, it is time to play detective one more time and talk about the newest discovery. Well then, let me try to be as subtle as possible. What the fuck happened last night? In all honesty, I've got nothing. I don't know how to explain what I witnessed. First, that horrifying and disturbing nightmare. Thankfully it was just that, and it is plausible. I was so very afraid of the mask that I probably influenced my dreams with it. But what about the other discovery? That darn shadow. Can you believe it? That somebody could be beneath me at this very moment? And how? There was a room behind that brick wall, and it can only be seen through the boiler. What the hell is the meaning of that? It can't be reached by any other place, obviously. I've examined this entire mansion. There is no other hatch or stairway or something to descend. It is a third hidden room. And somebody is inside that room. And not just that. The door I saw through that hole in the wall, it looked like it had metal bars. Like a prison door or something. Just what is going on? I thought that I had all of this almost figured out. Over the course of these soon 3 full days, I thought that I had collected all the secrets necessary to form a basic picture about the situation of the past, about what happened, about the entire case. But now, this new discovery ruins everything. It doesn't fit into what we know. It doesn't whatsoever. Just how? This brings me back to what I talked about earlier. How is this stranger connected to the Blackwoods? Just how? I thought that this weird ritual mask was the epicenter of it all and would always be. I tried to refuse the supernatural, but I was willing to accept the mask was in some way responsible for it all. But now, somebody could be below me right now. I can't help but mention it again and again and again. This came totally out of left field. I honestly don't know what to do at the moment. God damn it. So far, I've always been standing still, now and then, again and again and again, trying to explain everything to myself, but I think I've reached a point where I can no longer move the situation along. Where I can... Wait a minute. What the hell is going on? Wait a minute. It was incredibly cold inside the house now. Oh, great. That is just gonna raise my stress meter. No food, no water, no electricity, and now we are going to freeze to death. It can't end like this. What? I seriously considered warming up the place. Well, Michael, I have an idea of how to accomplish that, but you need to work with me. Remember this fireplace? There's lots of dry wood within it, and we have 3 matches still. You cannot possibly tell me that this is going to be a waste. It's either that or turning into a bicycle. I don't think you would approve of that turn of events. We've already had plenty of bad ones. Besides, Jerry is gonna be arriving later. I really don't want to be all Mr. Frosty-like when I greet him. So, let us make a fire to warm up our thoughts. Ah, beautiful, marvelous, perfect. We have a fire. The wood was now burning nicely in the fireplace. It's of course not gonna burn for all time, but it's gonna be enough for the moment. Much better. And also the cutest fire animation I've ever seen. The glow. Oh well, I'm not gonna make fun of it. Now then, what to do next is the question. Maybe this is a good opportunity to check the journal. I'm sure there will be a few entries from last night. It's probably gonna be a whole lot of stuff to read. So I will try to make a few long stories short by just summarizing the older entries. Oh yes, we have about 1.5 new page. Let's see where to begin. So, the first entry basically talks about how while typing that first sheet of his novel, Michael was really just thinking about Blackwood Manor. He couldn't get it out of his thoughts and it was influencing what he was putting down. So yeah, just another proof of how much this place was or still is getting to him. After that, the second entry mentions how Michael decided to go to bed and also how he felt a premonition of that he would today figure out all the secrets about Blackwood Manor. Of course, we all know how that ended. The scratches and the shadow. Have I just seen a vision? Product of being tired? After all, I'm bound to expect strange occurrences whilst wandering at midnight through a decrepit old house. But the cold sweat on my forehead has brought me to my senses. I know it was very real. I may be insane. I should probably race out of the house and never return. But I just had to go back to bed. That's what we did. And of course, another day inside Blackwood Manor. Fortunately, the rain has stopped. Somehow I feel renewed with energy. It's like the past night was just a bad dream. I'm almost doubting it ever happened. But still, I feel strongly optimistic. I have to keep going. Oh, Michael, Michael. I really wish it was just a dream, just your imagination. But what happened last night was very, very real. At least he is still optimistic about it all. Not in a happy sort of way, but more in a I can still solve this, I have to keep on going sort of way. Yes, we still have some time left. If only it was that easy for me. But can we really figure this mystery out? Well, I'd say all of that depends on whatever is going to happen next. What is the current situation again? Somebody could be inside this very house. And I'm amazed at how calm I can stay considering that thought. Jerry will be arriving soon, I think. I definitely need to give him a call, no matter what. That's most important right now. Oh, Mr. Carter, you will never believe what happened to me last night, but you better. Whatever is going to happen now, you are gonna fucking listen to my story.
Who is it?
It's me.
The Ghost Hunter. Any contact with the other world yet?
Actually, I'm not sure. Jerry, I'm definitely not alone in this house.
What are you talking about?
Last night I saw something down below. It was moving. I wasn't dreaming, and I'm not making this up.
Are you sure it wasn't a mutant rat?
Definitely no rat.
I'm calling the police.
No, not just yet.
Michael, for Christ's sake, you could have a burglar inside the house.
This is no burglar, Jerry. It's much more interesting than that, and I want to figure this out by myself.
Have you taken leave of your senses?
Just promise me you won't call anyone. I can do this on my own.
Whatever. Just call me if you need any help. I'm driving there today.
Right. Bye.
Oh dear. I don't know what you are thinking right now, folks, but I am pretty sure that Jerry Carter will not stay on our side for much longer. Seriously, I know where Michael is coming from. I am with him. But seriously, he is talking a little bit like a crazy person. Yes, there could be somebody inside this house, but Michael is just like, this is way too interesting, I can do this all by myself. Well, you managed to hold Jerry off with the police. At least he worries about us, but how long can you keep this act up? Well, at least I finally had contact with somebody in the outside world again. What Jerry said though, a burglar? That couldn't possibly be. I mean, we are in the middle of freaking nowhere. A forest is surrounding this manor. Why would a random burglar make scratching noises every night and know about the only possible entry to the final secret area of this mansion? Doesn't make sense. Then again, what am I to believe? Who could be down there? I just don't know. What I know is that I am no longer so obsessed with wanting to solve this case, the mystery of Blackwood Manor. If I would seriously stumble upon a hostile individual in here, I would run for the freaking hills, even without my car. I would just go back to my life as a writer and never think about this mansion again. But now we have a problem. Jerry will be arriving later, in a few hours probably. That means we are now on a invisible time limit. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Will we be able to solve the Blackwood Manor mystery today in only a few hours, or will we put it behind ourselves forever? The problem is, yes, more and more problems. Where should I start? I examined this entire mansion, and I don't really feel like looking for some kind of obscure entry to that chamber below. Also, it could be dangerous. I want to get out of here with my life intact. Where to start? Think, brain. Ah, of course. Barbara. Remember, we still do not have the translated Italian letter in our possession, and it could lead to something. Maybe all the answers are inside of it. Yesterday it was Sunday, would have been rude to disturb her, but today is Monday. Come on, Barbara, pick up the phone. What the? As I was about to dial, I remembered that Barbara said she would take Monday off? Are you kidding me? Michael, why did you allow her to take off today? Oh God, now I can only hope that she already received the letter and that she translated it and sent it off again. If that is the case, then I would be so freaking impressed. If not, then, oh Barbara, you're so freaking fired. God damn it. What now? I can't think under pressure. Oh, for crying out loud. Is there anything in my inventory that could be of help? Oil? Oh, that reminds me, the lamp is empty. That's bothersome. Candlet, key. Wait a minute. That key. This is the key we... yes, it would most certainly not fit into a journal. The silver key. This is the key we found back upstairs in the atelier. Totally forgot about it already. This could be of great help. The only question is, what does it unlock? There are 3 places I can think of. Let us try them all. As you can tell, without a doubt, the situation has gotten a little bit more hectic. Well, considering what happened last night, as well as the fact that Jerry will be arriving soon, we can't really allow ourselves to be a slowpoke. Even though I will of course still drown all of you, my lovely audience, in words. Now then, here is location number 1 where the key could fit inside the final locked drawer of James T. Blackwood's personal desk here in the study. Please open up. Ah, bloody hell. The key didn't fit. Well, that's one location off the list. Moving on to the second one, which is conveniently within this very room as well. Just so happens to be this tiny desk. How cute. There is a drawer. Let us try to open it up. Well, I can't really see a keyhole. Maybe this thing is just old and stuck. But here goes. Meh, didn't fit. I was kind of expecting that to happen. Does a little bit of oil help? Come on. Nope. This thing is gonna be stuck for all eternity. Well, I guess the Chamber of Wisdom was a dud, but there is still one final location left where the key could be useful. At least the flickering of the fire is giving the mansion a calmer atmosphere. Well then, after a long time of being a couch potato, it is once again time to head through the front door into the outside world. So far I was pretty afraid of it due to the forest, but I'd say crazy ritual masks, descending from rooftops, and horrible ghosts in the middle of the night have toughened me up a little. Let us head into the dry environment of the outside world. Fresh air? How long has it been? Oh my god, this feels a little bit surreal. I've been inside this mansion for so long, I don't even know what fresh air feels like anymore. Still not really feeling too comfortable about being here, surrounded by the trees. But that's not important right now. 2 locations are on my mind. The first one would be the mailbox. Oh, Blackwood Manor. Can you believe that I climbed out of a window from the top of that tower? It might not seem all that high, but believe me, the human body is a little bit fragile. And I don't really want to test out my limits. Yes, I definitely don't feel comfortable being outside. But it is for the sake of the truth, for the sake of the Blackwood Manor mystery, I can still figure this out. I just need to believe. From over here, the manor looks so very peaceful and innocent, but you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Get it? 'Cause I'm an author. Ha ha. My trusty car is still dead. That's a problem. Now then, here is the mailbox. Barbara, your next race depends on the interior of this metal box. Pray. Yeah. It's empty. You failed me, Barbara. Bugger. But this is not yet the end of this lead. I didn't check the clock. I was in such a freaking hurry. Normally a postman arrives at about 1 PM. Maybe a little bit earlier than that, sometimes later. I don't know, but there's still hope. Now then, here's the garage and its lock. Judging by the condition this old shack is in, it was definitely barricaded a long time ago. I can't really imagine what I could find in there that would be of any help to, well, allow me uncover the mystery of the manor. But tools could be useful, if I can find any. I'm gonna tear down the walls of this mansion if necessary. Now then, the key we found such a long time ago, does it fit? Yes! It worked! Can you believe it? The key fit! The doors to the garage are unlocked. We are finally getting somewhere. It is not yet over. We can still figure all of this out. Ladies and gentlemen, when we'll come back with Let's Play Scratches DC, we are gonna examine the interior of the garage as well as a few parts of the outside world surrounding Blackwood Manor at long last. Yes, indeed.